Welcome back. Welcome back. Little Friday night live stream. First of all, apologies for the delay. It was me and Peter's fault. I can't lie. We're just getting ourselves together, but we're here now. Just a little bit of anticipation. Friday night games, game week 2 tomorrow, and yeah, we've obviously got Monts back again. Famous for that Wan-Bissaka clip, AWB. Fairly gold clip, let's be honest. How you doing?
Well,
that? Big Six fans.
first of all, it was my fault. Like, don't listen to them. I come a little bit late in it, but no, it's good to be back, man. I've had more crazy comments of recent with my Suarez being better than Henry comment that not a lot of people like that on Twitter.
It's not that outrageous, to be honest.
But not that outrageous for me either, but
it's
slightly biased panel.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But yeah, no, it's good to be back. You know, always happy to jump on a good channel like this. So as long as you guys are putting out content, I'm good. Do you know what I mean? So good to be here, man.
How you doing, Pete? Is that a little Wickham thing? A little Wickham jersey? Am I wrong?
Yeah, come on. Acom Fenway fanboy. Yeah. You know the settings, but the Don. Look at this. James already, he's just flat out spamming chat. Outrageous for him. He doesn't like that Henry comment, but we get straight into it, will we?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, and if James, I presume he's an Arsenal fan, he's not going to enjoy some of our comments. I don't know. Well, obviously, we're going to look at some of the games this weekend. The Gooners are playing Chelsea, but I was just seeing on Twitter before I just came in there, they just announced Aaron Ramsdale, one of the Championship's top keepers in his time. I say Championship because, like,
one of the
Premier
League's worst.
We're not even just slagging them now to get on the bandwagon. I think me and Pierre have been calling them shit for like a year when no one even talked about Sheffield United. We go out of our way to kind of call them shit. Well, you would especially. Do you want to just chat about a bit of Ramsdale just for a second, just while it was fresh in my mind?
I've never been a Ramsdale fan. Remember when he burst through? Everyone talked about how young he was, and he's just never progressed since then, ever. His decision making terrible, positioning terrible. It is quite funny. I don't know how he's been so overhyped. Remember there was talk about him, getting possibly chances starting for England and stuff like outrageous for me. Don't know what you make of him, Monts, but I think it was an unnecessary signing as well.
I don't know, like. I don't really know how to explain Aaron Rams. Like a dry belly button. Like he's nothing special. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Like obviously, like he's again this English tax. You know what I mean? As I said, with Henry, the whole Henry thing. Nice guy tax, innit? Nice guy allowance. He looks like a good professional. You never really hear anything bad about him. Obviously, he's got his really poor relegation record. He actually did have a good game against us. He had a great game against Liverpool. The few times he's come up against us, he seems to like to perform against us. But like, I feel like you're always going to look better at shot stopping when you have a crap defense in frend of you. So it is going to be an interesting move.
He's got 20 shots a game. You save 3, you look like a great lad. But
do you know what I mean? So, I mean, we'll have to see now when he does get a few games at Arsenal how he will perform. All we hear about is how good he is. A lot of people rant and rave about him for years, even up until now. And some people are still saying that 24 million is a steal.
I honestly,
but
I don't know.
What can you say? What's he good at?
I actually don't know what he's good at. I don't even think he's a good shot.
Being English.
I'm not even saying. I don't even hate Arsenal like that. But we've been saying this when he was at Sheffield, and Sheffield mean nothing to us. So
yeah.
I honestly think he's dog shit. He's a championship standard of. I honestly think he's shit. We have been consistent on this, Pete. We've said we don't know how he's a prime
like for me. I know Freddie's only come back, but I've said this numerous times. Like the likes of a Freddie Woodman, even a David Raya are clear of Ramsdale, in my opinion. Anyway, as a goalkeeper, I'm obviously going to notice a bit more on what they do. But I've always thought Ramsdale has been terrible. Like you got to think about, they're saying 24 million to steal. What did they sell Martinez for? I think actually James actually comments it 20 mil. Million, like, come on, great bit of business by Arsenal as usual. But
listen, when he is 23 though, innit? So as I said, everyone does peak at to play devil's advocate. Everyone does peak at different ages. So he might come into his own with the right game time and play at the right team with the right defense at the age of 27. And people will probably forget about these years and use him as an example to all the other keepers with maybe like a slightly shaky start to their career. And I wouldn't even say he's had a shaky start. I think it's maybe just poor choice of club. I feel like whether it was Ramsdale, it could have been anyone, and they all probably would have got relegated in his position because he's played with some terrible, terrible defenses.
It's not even about him being relegated for me. It's just I've always thought, if I've analysed him,
I still think good.
I think a lot of good goalkeepers have been relegated. I think Tim Krul has been an excellent servant of the Premier League era. He's been relegated. You know, it's not always on that, but I'm not a big fan. I don't really want to chat about Ramsdale for 10 plus minutes.
No, I just had to bring up. I just flashed up on my Twitter there, and I was like, I'll just let. I think Pogba done. What a name there, by the way.
He's a good shot stopper. Listen, he's a good shot stopper, but I think I think every Premier League goalkeeper is a good shot stopper. I don't think there's any goalkeepers in the league
that's their job.
Do you know what I mean? Like I think saying a good shot stopper now isn't really like shot stopper. No one really shouts about that anymore because the worst teams in the Prem still actually have decent goalkeepers from previous years, not just this year, last year. Do you know what I mean? Relegation teams always have that goal. You know what I mean? That one who used to always stand out to me was Jeskalainen. He used to piss me off. Sorry for the language. He used to piss me off because he wasn't that good of a keeper, but shot stopping, it's there, man. So you can't really give him them props, but we'll see how he does in it.
Yeah, I think spending 30 million on him when you can, I just don't get it. I've never rated him. Maybe he'll prove me wrong, but I don't know. I don't think so, to be honest. But as we go into the weekend, looking at the weekend, the Arsenal game probably is the biggest game. But I would say, I think they've beaten Chelsea like their last 4 times or 3 or 4 times, something stupid like that.
Last three games.
They done the double last year. One before that.
3-1.
Surely they can't do it again. I just can't see it. I just can't see it. Monts,
Big Rom's playing, is he?
I'd say he'll get 20 minutes.
I heard one of the Arsenal fans over on, I think it was, I can't remember what the pod was, the name of the pod. I'll find it in a second. But he was just like, oh yeah, Arsenal fan, by the way. Romelu Lukaku went and got his BBL in Italy, and now he thinks he's come back a bad man. Like, like that is funny, but like so the cheek of it.
It's so hard to say that.
The actual cheek to say is because he does have a big bum, Romelu Lukaku. So it is funny, but still, like Lukaku's not a joke. Like, what if Mbuena, if that's what he's done to Ben White and Mari? Well, imagine what Lukaku's gonna do to them if he gets half a yard. Do you know what I mean? Leno's out here getting beaten at his near post. You know, it's kind of good that they got Odegaard back because I think he's a quality player, but like these guys have nothing going forward apart from Smith Rowe. Saka maybe looks like he's probably likely to start, but Balogun looks like he's not ready for the Prem. There's just too many things wrong with Arsenal right now to see them beating Chelsea. I don't even again with Lacazette maybe because Lacazette can get a goal. He's capable of that. He can get a goal in any circumstance. But
does he want to play?
Does he play?
No. Just they're not playing. Neither of them playing. Lacazette and Oba aren't playing tomorrow. So,
I genuinely think they were. I genuinely think.
Did they not have a positive COVID test? 2 of them.
No, I don't think they did. They didn't say anything about that.
It came out there like 2 days ago. I'm telling you.
I think that's so fishy, to be honest. Because
you think they should go?
Why didn't he just say that first? First, I think he said in his interview against Brentford, he was like, they're not available. I honestly think they were just out together. I'd say they just went on a bit of a bender together or something because they're bros off the pitch, seemingly. I think they just don't give a fuck anymore. They're just like, Lacazette's just like, I've got 1 year left on my contract. What do I care? I'm going to get a nice move anyways. I'll just see this out and sit on the bench. I think Aubameyang's got the 375k and he's just chilling, to be honest. I don't know. I think they're just bros and they're just like, fuck Arteta. They're just sick of him at this stage. Arteta likes being complete control. Seemingly, James says make or break for Arteta. I think it's been break for Arteta for about since last season. Look, the problems in Arsenal are bigger than Arteta. We know that, but surely if they sack him, they can get someone better and get up the table. Maybe a top 7 finish. Is that being outrageous?
Big up.
I think Conference League will be.
It's a bit of a
Conference League will be
stretch.
good for Arsenal. Conference League will be good for them. It'll be good for them.
It's not even a guarantee though, boys. Anyone see Spurs getting bet last night in the qualifiers? Come on.
It was vintage Spurs, but to be fair, I would imagine they played like a weekend team.
Yeah, they played.
Shout out to Adam though. Shout out to Adam.
There's no excuse to lose that game, man. Sorry, no excuse. Ain't no excuse to lose that game.
Ben White.
Hey, we got 2 Peterborough boys in the chat. Pog back as well.
Big up Pog back. Big up Adam Alana. The 2 boys chilling. But James is saying they have COVID. I don't know. I don't know why they didn't say they had COVID before. People are being open about COVID or they're isolating. I think they would have said something. I think the problems run deeper in Arsenal, to be honest. I don't know. I think that's looking a bit fishy and a bit smelly, but
probably some GDPR stuff. But you know they're going to try and make a big fuss about it and make it seem like shit's going on when it's not. But yeah, shout out to Pog back on that one. Come on, Ivan Toney bullies Ben Light. What is Big Rom gonna do? Come on, with his BBL.
Like, what
get your bunder into him. Get your bunder into him.
Brazilian butt lift. Hey, that is funny though. That is very funny. I can't lie.
As Ian Wright, he loves that.
Just know, if Arsenal do win, all the Lukaku memes are coming out. Twitter's gonna go. They're gonna have a field day of Lukaku if Ben White keeps a clean sheet against him
or a team up that. Look, I'll be cheering on Arsenal, by the way, because I see Chelsea as title contenders with Liverpool. So don't get me wrong, I want Arsenal to win, but I'm looking at that game now, and I'm just saying. Timo will miss a few sitters. I don't think Chelsea will absolutely spank Arsenal. I think it's in the Emirates. There's going to be a protest there as well. I don't know what's going to go on there. Like, I think that protest, there'll be like a couple of 100 fans. Maybe they'll make some noise. But I still think the Emirates, there'll be decent credit to Emirates. Saying that, I think there's been some tickets floating about. Like, first game against Chelsea, home game, Premier League, and there's free tickets. Like, it kind of just sums up Arsenal. £90 as well. I'm fairly sure that's the highest in the league. I mean,
I know Tottenham's is up there because of the new stadium, but
£1 a minute. £1 a minute to watch the Arsenal. Peace.
Not for me. Crazy. Not for me.
Jesus Christ. But we'll get a little prediction on that. I'm gonna just go with an outrageous one because why the fuck not? And I'll be cheering them on. I'm gonna say Arsenal sucker punch 2-1 win, and then you go on Twitter. All the Arsenal fans were back. We're this and that. Top 4 is on, and then next game against City, they're getting absolutely spanked, like 3 or 4-0. I'm gonna say Arsenal just nick a result here, maybe a draw. I'm gonna say a win, maybe a bit outrageous, but I just think that record. It's one of them teams. No matter how shit Arsenal are, they do okay against Chelsea. BT.
Arteta masterclass, outshining the master, doing what Pep can't do. Yeah, I don't know. Adam brings up a good point there. You have to remember there's been no fans in the stadium, but surely that would help Arsenal.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, it depends.
You think it does? Yeah, then they get to a bad start and they're getting mugged off.
I don't know, man.
Ben White gets put in a spliff from the fans.
Monts,
he's in the mud.
I did on over on Big Six. I did actually say 3-1 Chelsea, but now that I think about it, I see Arsenal as like a bogey team for Chelsea. Do you know what I mean? So I'm gonna go 5-1 Chelsea. So I'm gonna go 5-1 Chelsea.
Look, I'd be there for the meltdown. I'd be there for the Arsenal fan meltdown.
No, I'm not there for that. I want just like you lot. It's keep Chelsea back there. Like don't let them pick up no momentum. But
I agree. But if they're spanking Arsenal, let them spank them away. You know what I mean? It could come to a stage when I'm like, I just want to see the meltdown now. I
don't see Lukaku as the issue. I see one as I think he's gonna cause them the issues. Mary's too slow. Ben White's too light. Like I don't know what's Lukaku's going to be the issue, but you see Werner, because there's no Pulisic, by the way. There's no Pulisic. And Ziyech has obviously got the injury as well. So I
actually think they play better without Pulisic. Sorry to cut you off, but
I think he's good though, man. Pulisic is really
I think
good
Captain
though,
America's
I think he's very good.
He's gonna go Mount Werner Lukaku tomorrow. That's why I took Havertz out of my fantasy team. But as I said, I got my wildcard active, so I'll be real. I'm gonna go and put Marcus Alonso in for Luke Thomas in a second. Because now I'm just thinking about it. They're going to smoke these brothers. And Marcus Alonso's going to bag a free kick. Remember I said it. So
he scored a tasty one game week 1. Tasty one. I don't know. I think Chilwell comes in. He didn't start last game. Havertz didn't start last game. I think they're coming straight back in, to be honest. I think week off, good to go. I hate to say that to you, Monts.
Alonso's a better left wing back, though.
I know he honestly, is.
Yeah.
Not a left back, but a better left wing back.
Yeah. He's a striker. He's a left forward.
My thing with Chelsea is, right, I'd say last year I seen small cracks in their game, and nearer to the end of the season, I think they just patched everything up. And last week, I think because they won so comprehensively, like you think they had the same scoreline as us, but it looked 10 times more secure in their hands than it did ours. I think they'll go again. I think it'll be 3-0 again. I can't see them even conceding. Yeah, they're like such a well-oiled machine.
Palace didn't even look threatening. They are getting relegated. I'm sorry, Palace are out.
Palace are in the mud.
Like maybe then Zaha will get. It's a free Zaha. Maybe then we free Zaha to play at the level he should be playing at. Do you know what I mean? Feel sorry for Eze, man. Feel sorry for Eze.
Paddy Vieira is going to be the first man sacked. I suppose that's not really that outrageous to say.
I don't want Arteta sacked, by the way, just to throw that one out there.
No, either do I. Like, I'm there. It's Arsenal at the end of the day. The thing is, I don't watch Arsenal and like hope they lose, but I watch like United and Chelsea and hope they lose. Like really get into the game. But with Arsenal, I just don't care. I honestly don't care. But like if they get bummed, it's kind of one of them ones. All right, I'm there for the meltdown.
Yeah, it's like I look at them how I look at like Everton. So
yeah, honest to God, I think that just goes to show how Arsenal have. Little interesting one. Is this true? Chelsea are getting Selnagiz on loan for Fabrizio Romano. That would be a tasty signing.
No,
considering he was linked with us for
joking me
for God knows how long.
They don't even need him. Where's he gonna play? Where's he gonna play? What are you doing with your career? Sorry, I'm fact checking that right now.
Have a little look at Twitter there, because if Pete, what do you make of that? I think that's a tasty little signing. See, we were linked with him for fucking ages. Never got him, of course. You know what our owners are like. I like Sel though. He's a good little player. Bit of a dog as well.
He ain't tweeting. No, he hasn't.
Adam taking the piss there.
He's literally he's gone. Ramsdale's confirmed that Tottenham they left the negotiations with Nandez and some other move to Marseille, some French guy to Marseille, and yeah, that's it really. Oh, and just Pereira to Flamengo.
Oh yeah, tasty.
With an option to buy 20 million.
I don't know where you've seen that, Adam. Maybe you're a bit of an in the know yourself. You've got all the links, got all the out of nowhere bang sell just signs, and Adam was the first to say it. But it's funny. It's funny. I have to say what Ben White rejected top 4. If Liverpool have Van Dijk and have Konate, yeah. I mean, Ben White just is not getting into a top 4 team. Let's be honest. I was saying to Pete our last stream. What do you call him? Vestergaard, who I think is a better keeper, or not better keeper, a better centre back. Probably will be a better keeper to be fair to size of him. Like he's going to Leicester for 15 million, a third of the price basically. And Vestergaard, he's already gone for 15 million. He went for.
Has he gone already?
He's gone to Leicester. Yep. I think he played the other day. I think he came on, but. And then you're looking at Arsenal spending 50 million on Ben White, and you're just kind of thinking, you're spending all this money, but I don't know. Maybe it's the English thing. Yeah, I don't think the English.
It's like they're spending money
just for the crack. They honestly don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
they just
for the sake of spending money, like
you know.
Yeah, it's like you want you wanted us to buy, now we've bought, and you're still complaining. Like in that sort of way, they were lazy purchases by them. They were lazy. It feels like they didn't even search into them at all. You know, Odegaard, you've already had him. Ben White, you know, he's a trending English young centre back. So, oh yeah, let's buy him. Who you get? Nuno Tavares. You can't really go wrong. It's the Benfica lad. It's a couple of million. It's like us when we bought Tomiskas. Like it's
a nothing signing. Let's be honest.
It's an ineffective signing. It's only a couple million. That's nothing for these big clubs. But that sell one now to Chelsea is it's pissing me off. When you look at us, nothing, absolutely nothing, and that's a player we'd need.
We're that dead animal that you poke with a stick waiting to do something.
That's
pretty much. Yeah, it's pretty much what we are.
Like,
is what it is.
I don't know. If I'm looking here, I can't see anything with Romano. Did he sign about selling Niguez? I can see that. I can see. Oh wait, Chelsea will decide in the next few days whether to buy a new midfielder or not. Keeping an eye on selling Niguez, he's considered a possibility. Yeah, maybe. I don't think that's a give you go, but I don't know if they do get him. If they do get him, it'd be a quality sign. Like, let's be honest, if we were acting like a big club there, bang, we'd swoop in. There's 50 million. We'll have him. Thank you very much.
Yeah, but look at that, right? When we're supposed to do that, who did we do that on? Ben Davies. We robbed him from bloody Celtic. Like, it's an embarrassment. I hate to go off on a tangent about us and FSG and whatever, but it's so frustrating. Every time we've done a live now, I've just been frustrated throughout it. Looking at what all the other teams are doing.
We just chat a little bit transfers, then boom, out of nowhere.
And then,
like, who have we signed?
Again,
that's like a year ago. Fuck me. I mean, do you think we'll get? I think we'll get someone. I think we'll get someone we've never even linked with. We got linked with. I think we'll get someone random. Remember, we've seen Jared Bowen. If Jared Bowen signs for us,
we pulled someone out of the depths of Kilmarnock on a 1 million transfer.
1.2 million or some shit like that.
The only thing I don't mind about our club is that because we're a well-oiled machine, when everyone's fit, we're a well-oiled machine. So when someone like Jota gets signed, like, he looks just as good as everyone else because it's as I said, it's a well-oiled machine. Same as like Ox will come in for like maybe a Henderson or a Thiago, and he'll still look good. So if we was to sign someone like Jared Bowen, it wouldn't be the end of the world, because as long as you've still got the spine that we've got, you know, because we have tied down a strong spine now, Jared Bowen will look just as good, if not better, in our team. Not saying he's the one I'd go for, because I wouldn't go for him, but he'd still look good.
My issue with that, Monts, is, right, when you say we're a well-oiled machine, it doesn't matter how well you service and keep a machine. If you run it for 24 hours of the day, it's going to break down. Yeah, that's my problem. There is not enough backup in this squad at all. It doesn't matter how good our starting 11 is and when they're on it, and these maybe one or two fringe players you bring in, because after them, like, once one or two cogs go in the system, you're fucked. And it's that simple. And you'll be seeing what happened last year.
Yeah. We got Konate, so that's the one thing I feel like we've dealt with. I'm just not really too sure about, you know, I look at the attackers and I feel like time is ticking for them. And
midfield needs a revamp. The forward line's going to need a revamp.
I have to say, I thought the Ox was absolute dog shit last Saturday. I think I was saying to Peter, I just think I don't rate him at all. I just think I think he needs space to look any good. He's injury prone. Same with Naby Keita. I don't rate Naby Keita at all, to be honest. And again, I don't know about you, Monts, but I just see on Twitter he just gets bigged up because he plays a few games. They don't even say if he played well. Oh, Naby's played a run of games there. I don't care.
Naby averages. He averaged 15 step overs. Like, I don't care.
That's the peak.
And five backward passes. Well,
Naby never looks fit on the pitch or something. He always looks like he's goosed. I don't know. I just think Naby's been low-key one of the biggest flops ever at Liverpool.
It's a hard one. Because I rate Naby in it. Like, this is his last chance. Like, otherwise he's getting fed to the wolves for me. Like, if rival fans want to come for Naby, I won't stand in his way to protect him. I'll be real. But Ox, I still see something in Ox. Like, as much as obviously last week he wasn't great. In fact, he wasn't bad, he wasn't great. I think he was pretty bang average to me. But with Ox, he's the only dynamic centre mid we have. When I say dynamic, do you know what I mean? It's the only mobile centre mid we have. Henderson's not mobile. Thiago's not mobile. Fabinho's not mobile. Milner's not mobile. Keita's not mobile. He's the only mobile centre mid we have. And I'm not counting Harvey Elliott because he's too young. So, you know, like...
The only thing I see in Ox is an ankle injury. if I'm being real,
of any sort,
any injury.
But with Ox, I feel like it's more because he let's be honest, he looked really good in preseason, and coming off the bench towards the end of last season, coming off the bench, he did look sharp. I'm not gonna say look great. He looked sharp.
That's what I think. I think if when he's sharp and when he's on it off the bench, he can be a great utility, but he should not be anywhere near a starting 11. He can't
that's
be.
The thing.
But he wouldn't start. It's because Henderson and Thiago aren't playing. He wouldn't be near the starting 11.
He should be sharp though. He should be, you know, balling out.
Yeah.
Like it's not like Ox had a good game. We shouldn't be surprised their players have a good game. Like realistically, me and P have been saying we need to go win a title this year. I don't think we will, but we have to have the ambition to win a title. I actually don't give a
struggling for top four.
All this top four,
it's not good enough.
Like this top four crap, that's just going into what Arsenal became. Top four is a trophy. I think Wenger said that.
That's what I'm saying, right? Wenger was getting top four with these dead players, right? So supposedly we have one of the best managers in the world. He is, right? He is. We have arguably the best centre back in the world, the best goalkeeper, one of the best DMs.
We have the best DM in the world.
The best DM, yeah.
Yeah. Rest in peace, actually. I think Fabinho's father died today.
Yeah, his father passed away. These Brazilian men are mad family orientated as well. So
very religious, so sad to see.
Anyway, on that as well, Rip, and Mo Salah as well. You look at that team and you're saying, oh yeah, top four, like I'd be happy.
No, who are you hearing this from? Because I ain't settling for
no one's saying that for you. I think even Ryan.
I've been seeing that. People
Ryan
was
even saying yesterday he thinks we'll win the title. So I love that energy, but I'm not believing it yet. But that's why we have to speak. We have to go for a title.
I'd love to stand here though. I'd love to stand here and say, "Oh, we're going to win that title." But then looking off the bench, who we're bringing on, you know, an 11 does not win a title.
Facts.
Yeah, we like a lot of people have written off Liverpool for the title. I'm talking about rival fans as well. Like, a lot of rival fans, you know, prediction, all these YouTube channels. I see them all writing off Liverpool. They're going, yeah, Liverpool fourth, comfortable fourth, but just fourth. Like, you must be barking mad to write us off a title challenge when everyone is now fit. I'm sorry, you must be mad. You must be mad because we was with no defenders. We were top of the league at Christmas. It doesn't make sense to me. We're top of the league at Christmas. Obviously, things fell apart the way they did, but we had the spine of our team had gone. Now that we have the spine of our team back, plus Thiago, who is now adapted to the Premier League, and we've got Konate, should things really crash and burn at the back again. Who are you to tell us we're going to come fourth? Who are you to tell us that we are going to come forward? I'm sorry, it's a disrespect. It's disrespect. Yeah. We have a better starting 11 than everyone apart from Man City, and no one can tell me otherwise. So, I don't care who Manchester United have signed. They have a crap manager. I don't care what's going on with Chelsea at the moment. They don't know their best 11. We know our best 11, and we have a world-class manager. So, as I said, if things go our way and it's, you know, injury-wise, there is no one apart from City who is opposing us. Facts.
I think Chelsea are right up there, but I see what you're saying. If we could just spend even like something like 60 million in the next 2 weeks or whatever's left, honestly, it could be the difference. Like if we could get someone a decent forward player and like a Basuma or something like that, you know, or who else have we been like someone like that? I just can really think.
We just needed, we do need a few additions, but like, I'm sorry, like Chelsea didn't have a good end to last season. People are forgetting they didn't even have to play that. They didn't even have to get out of gear one to beat Palace.
Shout out Jonathan, but I just want to know what did Arsenal win yesterday or last year? What did they win? We won a trophy last season.
Dinner plate.
Yeah. What did Arsenal win? Monts?
What did Arsenal win?
Last season. They didn't win the FA Cup. Leicester did.
Arsenal? They won the mental breakdown. The mental breakdown cup. That's what they won. They didn't win anything.
They won
They
the
had
eighth place
their
trophy.
fans had mental breakdowns. That's what they didn't win nothing last season. We don't count community shields. In fact, why am I even entertaining this?
Yeah,
Why am I
see,
entertaining this?
this is my
Why am I
problem with
entertaining
Arsenal
this?
fans. They're just always
Don't
fighting
argue with
upwards.
Aston
Like
Villa.
they're just
I'd eat my dinner
yeah,
off the Community Shield.
yeah. Honestly,
Literally.
but they didn't even win that last year.
I
That's the
wipe my
thing.
ass with it. Wipe my ass with that. Sorry.
It's a charity game. It's a charity shield. That it's a friendly charity game. Yeah, Camavinga will be a decent signing, but I don't think we'll get him. I think
Nah.
he'll go to like Madrid or
No,
something.
I'm overrated for me. Camavinga overrated for me. Sorry. Like,
I would
also,
get gassed if we signed him. I'm not gonna lie.
like Camavinga, Harvey Elliott's as good as Camavinga. Shoot me now, but he is like. I'm sorry, like Harvey Elliott in a centre mid role is fine for me. Like, I'm sorry, like.
That's definitely a troll. Sorry, this is definitely a troll, but
John, we beat you in the Community Shield. Yeah, that was 2 years ago. You bet us in a friendly match.
It's
Like,
fine.
if that's what Arsenal fans are celebrating, I say less. Like, if he's beat us in a Champions League final, or even win a Champions League, or even get into the Champions League, or even get into a Europa League or a Conference League, then we might.
Don't entertain it. Do you know why it's not an entertainment thing? Because at the end of the day, when Arsenal fans go to bed at night, are they happy? Think about it. Put yourself in an Arsenal fan's shoes and say, are you happy with where your club's at? Have you been happy for the last 4 years? And that's all they need to know. Like, because just know they go to bed.
Last 15 years. Let's be honest. They haven't won a title in 18 years.
This literally. So when it comes to arguing with Arsenal fans, I know when I go to bed, Jurgen Klopp's my manager. I have so many good things about my club. Just know they don't have a lot to smile about. They have barely anything to smile about apart from drip and promotional stuff.
This is pure Arsenal. You won one league title in 30 years. You have won one league title. We've also won 2 or 3 Champions Leagues squeezed in there as well. I don't know if you've ever heard of them. That big one with the big years. I just got pulled in there. I was fishing. And I just got sucked in. I won't reply to another one again. Yeah, shout out Compost Fox.
The question I want to bring up from
Monts, is my problem with Arsenal fans. Sorry, I just had.
Compose yourself. But
I'll get stuck in. I'll happily have a beef off with an Arsenal fan. It's too easy, nearly.
But anyway, back to the proper topic. All right, Harvey Elliott. Okay, this is a guy who was balling last season. He was. I probably watch even more Championship than I do Premier League, to be honest. But a guy I've been impressed with. But is he ready for a Liverpool squad?
Yep.
You think? And where would you play him in our squad?
Second choice to Salah, or I'll play him in a slightly forward, more number 8 role, more defensive, Fabinho and Henderson.
But how often does Salah come off or not play?
That's something he's. That's something
Harvey doesn't have to play that much. For me,
he doesn't have. Of course, he doesn't. Yeah. You see it. You see the sauce. You see the drip. You see
he's
what
a fresh.
about.
You got to love. He's so cocky, but I think that's what makes him so good. You have to be like that to be a top baller. He's only 18. I think he only just turned 18 maybe a few months ago or something.
By the way, yeah,
it's not like he's just.
He's not cocky, by the way. He's a very humble kid. He's trust me, he's a very, very humble kid.
I don't mean cocky.
On the ball,
he's got
flair.
I like what he does. I think he's a baller, but I don't think he's ready yet. I think he should be on loan at like a Palace or a Brentford. Someone like Brentford would be perfect for him.
He looks as good as he looks as confident as Curtis Jones. That kid is born for men's football in the Premier League. Like literally,
in a couple of years, he is
above Curtis for me. Above Curtis for me.
You think he's better than Curtis?
Yeah,
he's a winger though. He's a winger, man. He's not.
I don't care.
They're different positions.
I think he's hungry. I think I looked and saw. To me, from what I've seen, he looked hungry enough. Even in the game that you come on for 12 minutes. Last Saturday, he's done his. She said like Harvey is ready, and remember, we don't win community. Community got me there. We don't win FA Cups. We don't win FA Cups and we don't really challenge for League Cups.
The domestic clubs.
We don't really do up domestic cups. So he will be playing those domestic competitions and we will see the real Harvey Ells. I'm telling from the bottom of my heart, you guys will see the real Harvey Ells. I'm telling you. He's a bad man. He's a bad boy.
Look, I hope so. And I think he is a sicko, but I just think give him 2 years maybe. to get at the
Nah,
top.
man.
Top.
No,
Get
no.
him there now.
I think he's too young. I think he's too young.
What's young about his game? What do you think? What in his game tells you he's too young?
I think he needs a year in the Premier League.
Why?
Not at the top, because going from Blackburn straight to a top 3, top 2 Premier League team, it's too big a step up, especially for an 18-year-old. I think he needs to. He needs to play a season in the Premier League to see what he's like. Yeah, in the Championship. Let's see him in the Premier League.
But he looks good enough. Even like
we can't say that after 15 minutes when we're 3-0 up against Norwich. I liked what I seen, but
pre-season for me gave me a glance. I looked at his Blackburn games. Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. There was no difference to his Blackburn performance, his pre-season performance, and even the last 15 minutes that he come on and guaranteed our first FA Cup and our first League Cup performance. We're not going to see a difference. Certain players need game time to look good. Origi needs to play to look good. Chamberlain needs to play to look good. Harvey Elliott does not need game time to look good. That is so. I'm sorry, that's mad rare. That's so rare for me. For someone who can just turn it on and turn whenever he wants. Because not a lot of players can do that. Our senior Champions League winners can't do that. Naby can't do that. He got 60 mil. Do you know what I mean? Sorry, guys.
I think Naby's shit personally, but
Demo on that. But like you say he's not ready. Do you think Curtis Jones is good enough to play Premier League football?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Premier League football. Yeah.
And you think he's so then why isn't Harvey? All right,
I said he's ready to play Premier League football. I said he's not ready to play Premier League football for Liverpool. I said alone would be perfect for him. There is a difference.
He's playing with less
players. No, come on, let's be honest.
It's easier.
No, it's not easier. There's less.
No, but still.
When Harvey Elliott scores,
look,
I'll
be the first one. You don't need to come for me. I'll look for you. I'll look for you because I want him to ball out. I think Harvey Elliott's a sicko, but I think there's a lot less pressure playing for Liverpool when you're going for a title than playing for like a Brentford or a.
But there's still going to be pressure on him because he's a Liverpool loanee. There's always going to be that pressure.
There's well less pressure when they're not going. Like,
but still, he doesn't seem like a guy who the pressure affects him.
I agree. He needs 1 year. He needs 1 year.
I get Saka vibes. Obviously, nowhere near as brilliant as Saka, but he gives me Saka vibes on that.
Say it if you want.
What age was he when he got his first start? Was he 16?
16.
Yeah.
Elliot. Yeah.
Martin Odegaard signed for Madrid.
He was playing men's football at Fulham. He was already playing men's football at Fulham.
Yeah, so was Ryan Sessegnon. Lit up the Championship. Like, he was outstanding in the Championship when he was 17, 18. He can't even get into a Tottenham squad, so it just doesn't work like that.
Yeah, but no.
Sessegnon was better than Elliott at that age. You know he was. He got Championship Player of the Season, actually, so he definitely was. Sessegnon was absolutely sick of Fulham.
But what
Tottenham signed him up, and he just couldn't do it.
No, even though he was better than Elliott, a lot of man can do what Sessegnon does. They had Danny Rose, and he was playing left wing. He was never playing over Moura or any of them man there. So, you look at Harvey Elliott. We don't have many Harvey Elliott type players in the squad. Obviously, we have Shaqiri, who again, Shaqiri is probably a more molded Harvey Elliott. But he's less mobile than Harvey Elliott, and obviously he's getting on in age. Even though
Shaqiri's gone, actually, is Shaqiri not gone to Leon? That's basically done.
We'll see. I don't think it will get done. I think it'll get done in January.
On Sessegnon, he's that type, i.e., like Bruno Fernandes, guys like this. If you watch how many dribbles they actually take, the amount of time they lose the ball is probably in excess of the amount of times they keep the ball. Look at Harvey Elliott at Blackburn last year. He did not get much freedom on the ball. He didn't. If you watch him.
Football.
Yeah, but he made work of every single move he had, and that's why you know he's going to do good at Premier League. You watch Sessegnon back then, guys like this, but they were wasteful. They were wasteful with the ball, but because they had so many opportunities, they looked okay.
Sessegnon had bad man management as well. Bad man management when he came up to the Prem. Really bad man management for me.
I don't know. I don't think we'll agree. I just don't think he's ready yet.
Give the kid a chance.
I'm giving him a chance. I hope he absolutely rips it up and is.
He's getting a goal and an assist tomorrow. He's getting a goal or an assist tomorrow when he comes on for his little cameo. If he comes on, by the way, I'm making it heard from now. Clip it now. Harvey Elliott is getting at least 2 GA before game week 7. Clip it now. I'm sorry. Clip it now.
It's been clipped. I'm sure Jonathan Johnson has clipped that nicely, but Well, it's a random question, but like it's just a little random stream. We said, but let's be honest, there's not really big games. But what are your thoughts on Rafa going to Everton? Personally, I don't give a shit. Like Rafa's a legend. Rafa's cemented in Liverpool. Unless Rafa starts celebrating in front of the coppers, some shit like that, I don't care because Rafa's a don. He won an FA Cup, that Champions League, obviously. Rafa's a don. I don't care because he's going to do fuck all with Everton, I think, anyways. Maybe an 8th place finish or something.
I can listen. I say I don't care, but you see, with this situation, I'm gonna be honest. It's like you get with the sexiest girl in ends. You got the sexiest girl. Everyone's got eyes for your girl, and then you break up mutually. It's a nice breakup. It was a nice breakup. Nothing too bad. You remember her for the good moments, and then she goes and publicly gets with your sworn enemy. You can't say you don't care. Like
no, I think Man United are my sworn enemy. I see Everton as like a mini enemy.
No. But I'm not talking about, when I say sworn enemy, I'm talking about the enemy next door. You can have enemies that live. Do you know what I mean? But I'm talking local enemy. Your local enemy down the road.
Regardless of what happens. Yeah, regardless of what happens, they're always your enemy.
Yeah. If that girl gets to someone like Man United, you're not gonna see them every day. But if Everton, you're gonna see them when you leave your
Man United,
it would be Man.
I know what you're saying, but if it went to Man United, I'd be like, fuck Rafa. Honestly,
we're trying to say it would probably hurt more, if he went to United. Like it would definitely. Monts has dipped. But
that was Monts' final saying. But I honestly don't care. As long as we do the double over them and Rafa lets us win, couldn't give a fuck. Honestly, Rafa just does what he needs to do.
See, it feels like we've been over that, right? Like you're over that, and we're above Everton right now and whatever. But for me, I think it's just because there was so much little light shed on Rafa actually going there that it kind of breezed past my mind. Because I was looking at it, and it was calm everywhere, and then I was like, wait, what? Rafa went where?
Yeah, but the thing is, what I say is, if Don Ancelotti, and I'm calling him with Don, if Don Carlo can't do a good job at Everton, I don't think anyone can. I just think they're born to fail. I just think they're good. They'll finish maybe 8th, and they'll be happy with it. Maybe a little cup run. If they beat us, then a cup final. But
Pete, he cares. He cares.
Yeah,
he cares. As I said, we'll do.
He's just not showing it.
It's just he's just not showing. I hear it. Cares a little bit.
I honestly don't. Look, as I said to Pete,
I don't care. Just as long as they don't win any games for the next 5 years, I'll be okay.
I'm saying, once he lets us do the double over them, look, it's okay, Rafa.
You better just destroy it. For me, he better destroy them on the inside. He needs to destroy them from the inside and cause the capitulation. And I will think nothing less than the king, Rafa.
No, do you know what would be an absolute Don move by Rafa? If just say we did the double over and he takes points off Chelsea, City, you know what I mean? He brings these lads to Goodison Park, and he just stinks it out 0-0 against City, frustrates Pep. I'd be rubbing my hands to Rafa. You'd be enjoying that, and maybe that's what Rafa's there to do. Maybe just help the boys out. He couldn't get the title with us, but he might just give a little helping hand. Never know. Maybe that's what he's there for.
It's nice to see him back. Anyway, I know he was badly sick when he was over in China, wasn't it? And they were going to say he wasn't going to come back, but he is a top manager. And I've always liked him. I've always respected him.
Let's be honest, done a class job with Newcastle, as Adam's saying there. Europa League there,
heavily doubted
as well. Won obviously the Champions League with us, FA Cup with us. Man wins trophies. So, well, to be fair, Carlo wants to win a trophy as well, but Everton don't do trophies. It's a bit like Spurs. It's like Jose going to Spurs. You're like, surely if anyone's going to get a trophy, it's going to be him. But if Jose can't get a trophy with Spurs, I don't think Rafa can do anything with Everton. Because realistically, they're fighting for 2 trophies, the League Cup and the FA Cup.
Jose didn't get the chance, man. He could have grabbed that trophy against City. I just thought that was very unfair. Very unfair.
he dipped. But just before we might look at a few weekend games. Drop the boys a cheeky like as you come in, as you're watching. Subscribe if you're new there. We're 400, so let's get us there soon.
Yeah, guys,
we're
yeah,
bringing that
definitely drop a
consistency
like,
back.
man.
Come on,
Smash the
we're
like and subscribe.
bring the consistency back. Bring the guests back. But Pete, anything else on Rafa before we move on?
No, I'm not going to get too into it. I know you're trying to express all the words out, so you just don't let the emotions out. So I'm just going to allow it.
I told you what I think, Rafa.
I'm a bit sad. I'm a bit sad you went there, but I'll leave it at that.
Is Jonathan Johnson subscribed? If I tell him that Arsenal are top 4 contenders, will he subscribe?
Yeah, we go. Look,
we won't have that said. We won't have that said on our page. We don't even care. We won't have that said.
look, Jonathan. I see that's the gold trophy. That's the invincible trophy. Look, you're living in the past. That's fair enough. But yeah, you can drop your cheeks up if you want.
Hold on. Can we stop doing this dumb gold Premier League? There is no gold Premier League. Wenger got a little gold Premier League tiny casket trophy, and that was it. The Premier League that Arsenal won during the Invincibles is the same as everyone else's. Sorry. Thank you very much.
Don't worry, that wasn't even real gold. It was painted on anyway.
Oh my gosh. It was I'm telling you, the gold Prem that Arsene Wenger received, not Arsenal, is that this big. It's not the actual big ears. I'm not big ears. Big ears. Trying one of the big ears. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah, Arsenal don't.
But I suppose
moving swiftly on.
We're gonna obviously Corey was supposed to be on from Big Six Bants, couldn't make it tonight, but he'll definitely be on soon. Man United fan. We'll chat a bit about Man United because to be fair, they are great start. They're balling out. You know how much I love Pogs. What are you rating them as a title contender, Monts? Surely with their players, they have to have a chance. I know they don't have the manager, but just let's look at their players.
PE teacher.
Listen, let me take the Liverpool badge off for a second. I feel like they'll be in the race, but winning the Prem, unless they get like a disgusting run of games and they just on a high of confidence. I see Man United 4th place, man. Like last season was a travesty for everyone but Manchester City, and we still finished 5. How can we have the season we had and finish 5 points behind these bums? Put it into perspective. Chelsea, everyone ran and raves about Chelsea, finished above them in the worst season under Jurgen Klopp. Make it make sense. First full season.
To be fair, they had Frankie Lampard for like half a season. So
man, I'm not
come on.
They're like, if you look,
as I always say, Frankie Lampard
finished last season. They finished that week. Tottenham got Chelsea top 4. Tottenham did, not Chelsea.
It is vintage Tottenham to do that. They hate Chelsea, yet they do their dirty work for them. But Frankie Lampard had to make a little appearance every stream, it seems. But I don't know. But I think I said United will finish 4th as well, but that's only because I rate City and Chelsea so highly, and I just think we'll finish ahead of them. But
I think they'll get 3rd. I think that
they could get 3rd or 2nd. You think Chelsea could get 4th then?
I think Chelsea are probably gonna Chelsea maybe to win it for me. I don't think unless City, if City don't grab Kane in the next
City are still title favourites for me.
If they don't grab Kane, they're not winning no trophy this year. They're not winning no title if they do not grab Kane. I dare you over at City to go play the season without a striker. It's not working this year. Everyone's strengthened too much. Maybe not us, but everyone. In fact, we have because we've got our boys back. So everyone's strengthened too much for them to do the no striker thing and think Pep can get away with that crazy.
I think they will get Kane. I just think it's so inevitable. They'll just, especially after losing to Spurs, it'll be vintage City just to go rage mode and just fucking pay 150 million and get the deal done.
For me, it looks like that Messi kind of saga where it's just going to be, I'm leaving every single summer, and then by the time he actually leaves, you get fuck all for him. I think it's going to be one of them ones with Kane.
I think Kane will go in January. I think he goes in January.
I don't know about January. I can't see it happening in January. Them deals, I know for re-signing Van Dijk. I don't know. I couldn't see that happening in January.
I have inside. I'll be honest. I have inside info over at Tottenham Hotspur. I can't say it on camera. In it, but I generally believe the way Levy is, and from the information I have, Kane is going nowhere unless City fork up 150 M's. And that's just to listen. Just to start listening. None of this 130 with 12 million add-ons, 150 M's, and that's that. And I'm telling you, Levy is he's a sly dog. He's a crafty dog.
I know Dermot, right? And we look at it and like, oh yeah, it's 150. These guys are sheiks and whatever. They've got. They're not. They like to spend their money, but they're not that foolish with their money. 150 bags, whatever, for Harry Kane is double the price.
Is he 28?
It's a joke. 150
double the price.
Outrageous.
Whoa, he's worth. No.
It's closer. It's closer to half than it is to double.
I think
like
one.
Going to replace him. How are they going to replace him?
Look, they're not going to replace him.
Nowhere.
They're going to have. I don't know. I think it's gone past the stage. Like I honestly think Kane won't really be in it with Tottenham if he stays.
They have 11 days to do it. They have 11 days, and if it doesn't happen, he's going to have to play.
It might be a Coutinho or a Van Dijk situation of what we've done to Southampton, as I said, or Coutinho with Barcelona.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like now it's already too late to go and get a replacement right now. So as I said, now. Whereas before that, maybe Tottenham could have maybe City could have got away with a 140. They could have got away with a 140 with bonuses. Now you're forking up the price, or it's not that, or you're waiting until January where Tottenham can go and agree whoever they want to agree to come in for Kane or whatever couple of players they want to do to replace Kane in January, and then they can talk business. Like City they've done this way too weird. And if they wanted their man, they should have forked up the money because their man don't care about selling value. Should have forked up the money a month ago or whatever. Not now, because now, as I said, Tottenham are in a chiz right now. How are they going to replace their man? Just like Van Dijk. Van Dijk wanted to come to Liverpool, but we had to step off.
It's not like City. It's not like City to hold out. If they wanted him, they would have just snapped him. That's what I think. I know Levy's a hard negotiator, and he does get every single penny out of it. But if they really wanted him, they would have just forked out because they know they're going to have to fork out for a striker eventually.
They're better off getting Lewandowski. They're better off getting Lewandowski now at the age of 32 for 2 years.
I think so.
And then maybe cashing in for Haaland in 2 years' time. That's what they're better off. They're better off doing that now because Lewandowski he's gonna cost about 55 million less. Probably, and even though he's 32, they can. Lawan can go to 34. Like
I think Lewandowski. I think Lewandowski's a bit like Ronaldo. I think Kane's 28 now. Lewandowski's 32.
Lewandowski's in good nick.
I think Lewandowski can go for.
Says he wants a new challenge.
I think he can go for nearly the same amount of time Kane can go, even though Kane's like 3 or 4 years young. I think he's an insane nick. Good pro. Yeah. He's kind of like Ronaldo in that sense, where he can just keep going. And he's the type of player that'll adapt his game.
And he's played on the pitch, remember? He's been on
exactly. He'll just play like he's an out-and-out striker, so you know what I mean? He's just in and around the box. He'd score 30 goals easily.
I think them Europeans, though, like them European strikers and stuff, I think maybe like coming from Poland, he's got that like extra hunger, you know what I mean? Rather than a UK striker, and he's going to keep it. I think I always just think like you look at the Bayern players, they're always in unbelievable condition.
I don't know what they're juicing there.
Even Alphonso Davies. Alphonso Davies went over an absolute twig, and now the guy's a beast. Yeah, I just think the conditions always so much better across the top six.
Goretzka's an absolute but especially Bayern.
Yeah.
I agree. So. Like Harry Kane's not phenomenal condition. He doesn't really need it, to be fair. But when you get into your 30s, that's when you need the good nick players. And I think Laua, they probably both have about 2-3 years left. You know what I mean?
At the top, I think Laua's going to stay. I think he has 2 years left on his contract. He'll stay. He'll see out his contract at Bayern and go somewhere for free. When he's like 35 or something, or 34 or whatever.
Yeah, facts. Pogba knows he's a crafty boy. He's a crafty bugger.
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Well, we'll say it now, and we'll look back this in a week. Harry Kane, stay or go this window?
Stay. He's staying. He ain't going nowhere.
I'm saying go. I'm saying go, but I'm praying he stays, because if he doesn't go, we've got a chance at a title, but if he goes, it could be a bit of a wrap. I still think City can win the league without a striker. They did it last year. I think they've got so much class. Grealish coming in. I'm not saying they will. I think it'll be a tight race, but I just look at City now as the inevitables these days. They're just, they can win 10, 12 games in a row without even, pumping teams. They'll pump they're playing, I think they're playing Norwich tomorrow. I think they'll absolutely bum Norwich. It'll be like a 5-6-0 job.
Yeah.
But
quickly, before we go, do you want to do a quick look at all the games? Just say who's going to win. Don't give us scores or not. Just bang, win, draw, win.
Do you have the
like
fixtures
Paddy
there with you?
Out here.
Let's go.
Right. We'll go straight in. Right, tomorrow, Liverpool, Burnley.
We'll look back at this on Monday. This Monday night, isn't it?
Whenever.
Monday night ball? Yeah? Go on.
Yeah.
Let Monts go first.
Everyone early kick off tomorrow, Liverpool. I'd say 3 Liverpools, is it?
If Firmino starts, then Liverpool. If he doesn't, then we're drawing.
Okay, interesting.
Because Firmino is like but Burnley are Firmino's team. Like Bobby thrives against them, man. He sees long ball and goes, nope.
Yeah,
not on my watch. But
that
for
me,
like
guy right there.
Love Jota. I love Jota, but like I feel like Jota's football IQ. You just can't play through Jota. Like I noticed that. I don't know. Did you guys notice that? By the way, sorry to you can't play through Jota. Like we don't look like a front three.
Jota's a bagsman. Let's be honest.
Yeah, he's a bagsman. But
he's a yes man.
But no, he's a bagsman. What you say? Huh?
He's a yes man. He's just there. It's like that guy in work. He's not paid to think. Like just tell him what to do and he'll do it. It's not like think it on his feet. All that. That's not him. Just give him the ball.
He'll stop Salah Mane. Salah Mane will get less goals when he plays though. And I think Firmino is like even when he come on, like Firmino for me, we know what he does, and I prefer that to what Jota's doing.
I'm not going into the Bobby Firmino debate again because I always have with the rival fans. I don't want to have it. It's like if you just can't see what he's doing, how good he. For me, he's been my favorite player in the last. I'm just not going to get involved.
Yes,
I'm not going to get involved in this.
Firmino advocates. We need more on this planet.
All I'll say is. Top right or is it top left there? That was my first poster.
You don't stay amongst a top quality side like Liverpool and a top international team like Brazil if you're a dud or a flop or whatever.
These people like to call him. I'm saying this now. We're doing a short little upload. We'll do on why Bobby is so criminally underrated. He'll be an over-under. Yeah. He doesn't even have to be.
Do you know what? He's not even underrated. You know he's not even underrated. In the football community, he's
underappreciated.
Underrated. It's more so like, trust me, when it comes to the footballers, like the ballers, the managers, and people in the football industry, they know what Firmino is on in it. Like as I said, from the friends that have come up against him and stuff that I've like got the odd time to speak to about it, they said, listen. You won't hear it amongst your friends about how good Firmino is.
Because he's that quiet guy as well. You don't hear much about him off the pitch. You know what I mean?
But there's certain players. There's certain players like that who mightn't even, look that great on the ball, although he does. But people who maybe the fans can't appreciate, but as a professional, they're so good in what they bring. Like even the likes of people who are unbelievable in training, like the likes of Henderson, who just lifts a full system. He might be the best technical player, although he is right up there, but he just lifts a whole system and everything, he just raises the bar, training, games, everything like that. Bobby Firmino is the same. He's that creative genius.
It's the football IQ. As I said, the only person who can play on Thiago's wavelength is Bobby Firmino. Facts.
Yeah.
That can stay up. When I say, I'm not saying Thiago is below everyone at football IQ wise. Sorry, everyone's below Thiago, but they are. Thiago has the highest IQ.
I know what you're saying.
Technically, he's just dumb. Like if it comes to Rondo, don't press him. Don't do it. There's no point. Same with Firmino. Yeah. If it comes to Rondo, don't press him.
Two passes ahead.
Pass it. Yeah. Wait for him to pass it, and then go press Robbo because he's crap at Rondo. Do you know what I mean? So. Like when it comes to when you see Thiago make a little run forward and he drops his shoulder, if you notice he looks for Firmino first before Salah, before Mane, because he knows Firmino is going to be on that wavelength. He's too smart.
Yeah,
he's 2 steps ahead. Sorry, I turned that into conversation.
I have no problem with that. I'll always pay respect to Bobby's name.
2 Liverpool wins and a third one if Bobby plays.
He starts.
Villa, Newcastle.
Villa.
Is it in
for me.
Villa?
Yeah.
It's in.
Leon Bailey, my guy. Yeah, of course, man.
Yeah. Things again. Things again. I'll say Villa.
Right, then we got Palace Brentford in
I'll say
London. In
I'll
Selhurst.
say a little draw. Tony breaks his duck.
Brentford, man.
It's
Brentford.
draw for me, leaning Brentford's way. If I had to do, I'd say win draw Brentford
Selhurst?
on that one.
Is it at Selhurst?
It's at Selhurst, yeah, but I don't think that matters.
Ooh.
For me, that
yeah,
doesn't even matter.
Selhurst does be rocking. Nah, that does matter. They got good fans.
Yeah.
No, but in regards Palace, I think that is the only thing that
Zaha's
can
gonna
save
cause
them.
them problems, though.
I'm
still
saying
saying
draw.
Brentford. I'm gonna stick with my guns. Stay with my guns.
I'm gonna say draw. Sit on that fence.
Mm.
What we got next, Pete?
Leeds, Everton.
Where is it?
In Leeds.
I'm gonna say draw again. To be honest,
Everton.
I think Everton's no fair to draw.
Leeds. These man played so expensive. How do you not score against Leeds? It's ever win for me.
Yeah, well, it depends what squad Everton have out. I think that could play into their hands. You know that. I think it could be an Everton win. Leeds are looking a bit shaky at the back. They're playing too expressive. But
I'm saying draw.
Right.
Ellen Road.
Man City, Norwich.
Man City. That's not even.
Yeah, we don't even have that. Brighton against Watford. In Brighton.
Watford.
I'm gonna say draw again. I think there'll be lots of draws.
Okay. I'm gonna go. I'll go Brighton then. 1-0. But Watford actually haven't been mentioned them, but they do have a solid defense to break down. But yes, right on to Sunday, Southampton, Manchester.
I think Man United are bumming them. I think they're bumming them. I think they're absolutely bumming them.
No Vestergaard. They're getting
Southampton are
baptized.
Southampton are in the mud at the minute. Ralph and them, man. They are in trouble.
We will be whipping out that meme. Let's be honest. That meme could be in the intro on
I swear that's Ralph and them, man.
The 9-0 one. 9-0 again. Oh shit! Here we go again.
I swear that's Ralph and them, man.
So
Rolls RS the original.
I don't know what to do if he gets sacked or if he ever left, because that is absolutely priceless. But I'm gonna say they're getting spanked by United, to be honest.
Yeah, they're gonna get
100%.
Their cheeks are getting clapped. It's mad.
Wolves, Tottenham then in the Molineux.
Another dirty draw for me. I'm gonna go for another draw.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for a draw, but like not a goalless draw, but a draw.
1-1 draw maybe or something.
I'm gonna give Tottenham a win. I'm gonna give Tottenham a tough away win in the Molineux, because it is tough.
Yeah, excited to see what Trincao. I'm excited to see Trincao.
We've given our Arsenal Chelsea comments, haven't we?
Yeah. I said 5-1 Chelsea. Yeah.
You heard it here first. Arteta masterclass. I think he's a shit gaffer, but he just knows how to do it against Chelsea. I'm gonna say, Gooners get the win.
What a way to get Monday Night Football going. West Ham Leicester. What a Monday Night Football game! Tasty one.
I'm gonna go with the Foxes. I don't know. Is Vards going to whip out an iron if he scores? He's taking the piss out of all these clubs, and it's absolutely sensational. You see, he done the Wolf against Wolves. He just started howling like a wolf.
Yeah.
And then he done the Eagles against Palace. Vardy needs to be cheered. He's kind of one of a kind. He's an absolute shit house, but he's a baller as well. That's the thing. And he's like a fine wine. He's just getting better with age. He's just. I'm going to say Leicester nick a win.
I'm feeling 4 goals or more in this game. I think it could be 2-2.
I've got a proper soft spot for the Hammers. I don't know what it is in it. Like, I've got a proper soft spot for the Hammers. And it's not even because I don't like David Moyes, but like I think West Ham's team they got so much potential there, man. But Leicester,
and I swear to God, if Fabianski's starting again,
I feel like I don't know.
Don't
Do you know
bring
what?
in Areola if you're
With
not going to play him.
I think you overrate Areola a bit, Pete, but we
Yeah,
won't get into it.
you talk about a soft spot for the Hammers.
Mm.
Oh my god, Areola, I love you, but anyway,
Where's
Yeah, I mean,
Decker's right.
do you know what? Do you know what? I feel sorry with the Leicester situation. As much as Luke Thomas looks like a good kid, James Justin was the truth in it. He was a serious.
I was enjoying him. Had him on my draft team as well.
He was in my. Do you know what a point? He won me fantasy. You know, he won me fantasy before he. Listen, let me not get carried away. I'm going 3-2 West Ham.
Okay.
3-2 West Ham.
Nice,
Cheeky that.
Okay, but yeah,
nice.
That was our little well, I say roundup. It was a little preview, but it was just some nice ball chat. We put some homage on Bobby Firmino's name, which is we were doing that upload, Pete, because
full video on that.
It was like the one I wanted to do on like Pogba and stuff. You just gotta appreciate these ballers, but make sure we'll drop the link in the video. We'll throw it in after the video goes up. Big Six Bants, go subscribe. Boys are absolutely balling. When's the next one? Probably Monday. Little roundup on Monday, probably.
Sunday, man. I believe.
Sunday. Okay.
The video we're gonna record it as soon as the Arsenal game's done, and then
nice.
We'll either put the trailer out on the Sunday and release the video on the Monday, or if the TL's buzzing too much, we might just fire the video out on the Sunday. So nice. Sunday or Monday, and then we'll get the roundup midweek. So you heard it here first, guys. Like and subscribe and comment.
Yeah. Boys, you gotta make sure to follow them as well, because it gets hectic sometimes. It is a great. I just love sitting down and just having a good laugh at it. To be honest, it's very good crack.
No, it's the Lions Den, man. That's like when I get you guys on, you gotta be ready, man. It's actually the Lions Den. Like these what don't.
Yeah,
you just gotta be in that frame of mind. Your team has to be going well. Like if your team's going well, there's not much they can say to you. Like if you're going in as an Arsenal fan, you've got no ammunition, you've got no weapon, unless you kind of just have to find
something.
You have to be deluded.
These lot are petty. They're petty. Like they'll find something. Like they'll find something and they'll just go and they'll run with it. That's why I say it's the gulag. Like it's the Big Six Bants. I might as well just call it Big Six Bants Gulag Edition. Hold your own once a week. You just go in there and hold your own, because
Gooner Gulag.
Them man could be 18th and they'll still have chat for you. This is just the world, unfortunately, that we live in with these. You know, it's crazy, but
it's free for all.
Yeah.
Make sure to get on the socials as well. A few cheeky clips from there as usual. Absolutely love. Great stream as always.
Let's push this to 400, by the way. Let's push this to 400 quickly. Make the milestone happen, man.
We're just lurking around 400. Look, we were inconsistent for a while. Let's be honest. Going without a month, we've no one to blame but ourselves. But we're back now. We're back, and look. Let's be honest. As long as Liverpool are balling out, we'll be a bit prickish, because we didn't get to be pricks last season with Liverpool being so shit, and that's when we started. So like, if we're a bit better this season, we can kind of come with a bit more oomph. But anything else to say, Pete? Get on the socials.
I'm all good. That's it. Everything's been said. So
appreciate the support. Like and subscribe. Get us to 400 and all that. Peace.